JW Marriott here in Palm Desert, California, and safety is today's topic. And we are sitting here with the 2024 Safety Innovation Award winners from Icon Mechanical, Joe Shryock and Paul Klaus. Gentlemen, first off, congratulations on this award, and you guys have obviously set the standard. Tell us why safety is so important to Icon.
Safety is important to Icon because everything really starts with safety, right? It's our end goal is to make sure everybody gets home safe at the end of their shift. So from the very top of our organization all the way down to the very new people that walk through the door, we make sure it's a priority to make sure that end goal happens. I'd say that's probably why it's the most important thing we do on a daily basis.
First of all, thank you very much for this award from SMACNA. It's a very honorable award to receive, and we're very grateful for that. But yeah, safety for us is really integrated into everything we do every day. Joe and his team have really established the most creative and active participation safety programs that I've ever seen. It starts with every Monday morning on manpower meetings. We talk about safety on onboarding our new employees, and all the way to any interview or presentation we're doing, the first slide of the slide deck is going to be on safety. And so it has woven its way really throughout our entire business, every corner.
Now, the big part about winning the Safety Innovation Award is pushing the envelope in, like you just said, getting everybody home safely that night. Talk about how Icon's really been pushing the envelope in safety.
Well, it starts with our people. Like most things in a successful organization, valuing your people, especially those that are on the front lines, the field employees that we deal with daily, empowering them to make decisions and really decide on which direction we take from a safety standpoint is very important to us. So getting their buy-in, their involvement from the very beginning is how we are so successful with our safety program, getting them to not only take part in the day-to-day and making it successful, but also letting us know when things need to change, and not just forcing programs down their throats, but getting their input, getting their buy-in, and really allowing them to create the program to make it their own.
That's exactly right, and I like to think of it as very active. You could have a safety program and initiative that is more reactive to a near miss or reactive to an unfortunate incident, but this is a very active and alive and engaged program that's on the minds of our workforce every day.
And we make it practical, and we make it make sense. We don't just give them rules to follow and standards to follow. We tell them the why behind it. We make sure they understand why we're asking them to do certain things, and then lead by example first and foremost. But really, when they understand what we're asking them to do, they do it when no one's looking. Not just when we're walking a job site, not just when the supervisor's on site. When they believe it, they help push the initiative no matter what it is, if they understand it and they believe it.
I like what you just talked about, the practical applications. Give us an example of a couple of the real practical ones.
A real practical one, I'm sure we'll get into it, but our Good Catch program, it's not new technology. It's basic, it's simple, it's at their fingertips. They can make a major difference by not taking one step. They can use their device, their phone, snap one photo of a QR code, and literally everything is right there for them. It's very easy, but like the practicality of it is they don't have to go search for big forms and procedures and guidelines and books. It all starts right there with a very easy click, and they're able to make it happen. They're able to make sure their coworker themselves gets home at the end of the day by just that one simple task throughout their shift.
Let's take that dive into Good Catch. Kind of where did it come from, and just how does it give us the idea of the impact it has in the day-to-day?
So it really depends on who you ask. But no, it came from a long-standing issue. There's not really much difference between a good catch and a near miss. But as long as I've been in this business, when you hear near miss, you hear negative, you hear bad. And we wanted to try to figure out a way to change that and really change the whole thought process behind, taking what is perceived as a negative and making it a positive, to be as proactive as you possibly can. So in an effort to do that, we brainstormed. I have a very well-versed team from different areas of safety and construction and industrial work. And we came up with an idea of, hey, one, let's reframe it. It's the same thing. You can put the title near miss, good catch on it's the same thing. Let's reframe it first and foremost. Let's go out into the field. Let's build the why behind it before we even start the program at all. So we were hitting the ground running, talking with our field guys, getting their buy-in before they even knew what it was 100% of the way. So by the time we rolled it out, they already knew it was there. They already thought it was a well-established, well-oiled machine. We still got pushback. You're going to have that no matter what you try. People don't like new things, right? So we think we helped eliminate a lot of that by starting with the why up front and really hitting the ground running with it. But once we actually rolled it out and we were able to come up with a method and use technology that we already have. I mean, we use Microsoft Forms. Every company we deal with has it. It doesn't cost you anything extra, right? I think it took me about 15 minutes to make the form. But that was the easy part. Anybody can make a form through Microsoft Forms and a QR code. It's how it's built up beforehand, but how the follow through is, I think, is why it's been so successful. To date, I mean, when somebody scans a QR code at Icon Mechanical, it comes to me and me alone. It comes to my desk, and I filter it to the people who need to see it. And that's for multiple reasons. It's to make sure that when we tell them it's anonymous, it really can be anonymous if they want it to be. They have the option to put their name on it. But I make sure that it stays that way. We've given this program to so many different companies and larger companies and general contractors and client owners. Basically, I can give them a carbon copy of it and it falls flat because they don't take the same approach. And we've had companies, get people, and people got in trouble for supporting good catches. So that was the main pushback that we got. That people thought it was a snitch program. So really battling that and showing them the good that comes of it. And when they submit a good catch, we have boots on the ground within 12, 24 hours and following up with them. Hey, appreciate the good catch that you submitted. Hey, this is what we're doing. That's if they don't fix it themselves when they submit it. That's the big part of it, is the follow through and why now. I think when I first started talking about this with you guys, I think we had nearly 300 submissions. We're encroaching on 900 since then. So
wow.
It is really taken off, and that doesn't include all of our subcontractors that use it across the country. Some of our projects have made their own version of it that we've given them a template for. So that 900 is just our internal one. I mean, that's countless, the amount of potential injuries and illnesses and property damage events that we have prevented. I know safety is not that one thing that you have that instant satisfaction with, but just the sheer numbers. We've prevented some major incidents with this program, I have no doubt.
And so there's an incredible amount of integration within all parts of your operation with Good Catch. Like you just said, it's that QR code, and then you can distribute it, and then it's just the action is almost 12, 24 hours, and our space is pretty instantaneous.
It is, and we've put it everywhere. And what's easy and convenient for our field guys is what's going to work. We put the QR code on our daily JSAs. We put it on our weekly toolbox talks, our monthly manpower notes, our biweekly foreman meetings. That's the first thing they see on their calendar invite. We have posters that are in every break room across the entire country that we have. Anywhere we can think of, we have hard hat stickers that go on all of our hard hats. Anywhere we can put that thing to where people, if they see a good catch, they can almost instantaneously report it because a QR code's just around the corner. It's right there in their face nonstop.
Wow. Now, safety is so critical to SMACNA as an organization, and we bring so many resources to bear to help firms, to help contractors build a strong safety program. How has being a SMACNA member really influenced how you approach safety?
Well, it's pretty easy. You hit the SMACNA website, you go to resources and safety and health, and there is a treasure trove there that Justin Crandall and his team has put there as resources to all of us. And everything there from programs to OSHA compliance, and then you have regulatory compliance, mental health, substance abuse. It goes on for anything you're looking for. And Justin, like Joe and his team, are continually striving to increase that database of help and resources. So I think the short answer is all of it. we can resource that page and talk amongst our SMACNA professionals and help our businesses in safety.
I think you nailed it with that last little bit there. I think events like this, right? This is an unprecedented event that surpasses most conventions I've ever been to, and the amount of knowledge that's in this building for this conference is unbelievable. And be able to network with these individuals, and in the safety realm, there's no such thing as plagiarism, right? So, I mean, as much as you can learn what is working, what isn't working with these other contractors that are in our industry, and SMACNA brings all these people together and allows us to have that networking time and really learn from one another, I think is, at least for me, the biggest advantage of being a member of SMACNA.
Innovation doesn't stop. And it's just because you got the award doesn't mean you guys are going to stop pushing the envelope. What's next?
You can start. Well, I'll say, so back to our people, right? In my opinion, our people are our biggest asset. Always will be. And it's maybe not technology, but keeping them involved and having them help push for innovative ideas is our number one goal. Will always be our number one goal, but we're currently working on it. Hopefully maybe next year we're sitting in the same chair talking about this program we've been doing for the last 6 months. But we have started a safety champion program with our craft employees. And really what it does is we're growing so fast and so wide, so quickly across the country. Even with an 18 safety professional staff, we can't be everywhere, right? So that culture is so important to us, and making sure that everybody understands it. So our safety champion program, really what it does, it's a 3-month program for, we average about 15 to 16 field level employees per quarter. They're basically extensions of us, the safety department. There's regiments that they have to meet. Yes, there's a very nice incentive on the back end of the quarter for them, but it's money well spent for us. Because if you do anything for 28 days straight, it becomes a habit. That's what they say. Yeah. So we triple up on that. There are certain training regimens they have to do. There's focus field assessments that we have them do on a weekly basis to really just get them looking at things that they're not used to looking at. And the incentive helps with that. But we have seen that we're in our 4th quarter now of doing this program, and the way it's taken off surpasses the Good Catch by far so far. It is. They're going above and beyond. They're doing trainings on their own time at home, and these are union. You don't get that everywhere, but they're buying in, right? They're drinking the Kool-Aid. They're really understanding why we're asking them to do it. It was a little stretch at first, but halfway through the 1st quarter, man, they started talking to one another. We deal with sheet metal workers, obviously, and pipe fitters mostly, and their communication network is unbelievable. It surpasses any telephone company out there. And if you do something right and they agree with it, they tell everybody. And the way this has taken off really it's surpassed my wildest expectations. But they are really buying in. Our goal is in 4 or 5 years, I mean, it's a long game. It's not a short game, obviously. Our goal is to have entire crews of ex-safety champions that have really not just completed the program, but excelled at it. So that's where we're going. So to answer your question, I know it's a long version of it.
Great answer.
But our people, we're going to keep them innovative, keep them thinking, keep them on the tip of their toes, and really have them keep pushing the envelope for us.
Safety champions, Good Catch program, meaningful TBTs that are fresh, and those programs that are the bedrock of the safety program, the numbers behind them are remarkable. Joe mentioned some of our growth that has been pretty explosive over the last 4 to 5 years, and what we found is though our man hours are doubling and tripling, our EMR and TRIR are going down, and that is a great measurable of success of something that's pretty special.
Yes.
And it's actually not about the numbers, Seth. What it really is our craft and our office, our employees know that Icon Mechanical is a safe place to work. And that has found its way through our conversations, our livelihood. It's important to our employees, it's important to the employer, and the results have been significant.
Gentlemen, this has been a great conversation. My eyes have been pretty open, and thank you for really continuing just to push and just innovate and grow and really make safety a priority, because our space is about getting our folks home safe. this is a livelihood, and at the end of the day, they should be able to go home with their families. And being willing to try new things and just get everybody on board, that's going to help in so many ways. Thank you both for not only just joining me, but for everything you've done and really kind of just opening up these new avenues. And I think every day we're making this industry a safer industry, and that's because of people like you. So thank you so much.
I appreciate you having us. And if I could say one more thing to most of the SMACNA members, if there's one thing they want to do to really be successful when it comes to safety, is involve their employees. Just involve them from the very beginning, get their input, their buy-in will come tenfold.
Buy-in is key. If bottom, the top are not bought in, what's the point? I think that's the best possible way to end this on. But
absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.